Okay, so I don't know what kind of day you're having right now, but I need you to stop whatever you're doing because a dog competed in the Winter Olympics. And I don't mean like in a fun little video someone edited. I mean at the actual Olympics in Italy, on the actual course, crossing the actual finish line. His name is Nazgul. He's a 2-year-old Czechoslovakian wolfdog, which already sounds made up. And on February 18th, during the women's cross-country skiing team sprint qualifiers at the Milan Cortina Games, Nazgul decided he was going. His owners, who live at a bed and breakfast right near the stadium, left for the day to go watch biathlon. And the dog did not take it well. According to his owner, who asked to remain anonymous because of what they called, and I quote, the intense media scrutiny around Nazgul's escape, the dog was crying that morning, more than usual. How? Because he could see them leaving. So he broke out of his doghouse and ran straight onto the Olympic course. He crossed the finish line. The official finish line camera caught it. There's a photo of his paws crossing the finish line at the Olympics. The announcers lost it. One of them goes, "The biggest cheer of the day, and it's not for any of the skiers so far." Croatian skier Tina Hadžić said she straight up thought she was hallucinating. She goes, "I don't know what I should do because maybe he could attack me." And meanwhile, Nazgul is just running, happy, absolutely thriving, living his best life at the Olympics because his owners had the nerve to leave without him. The announcers lost it. One of them goes, "The biggest cheer of the day, and it's not for any of the skiers so far." Croatian skier Tina Hadžić said she straight up thought she was hallucinating. She goes, "I don't know what I should do because maybe he could attack me." And meanwhile, Nazgul is just running, happy, absolutely thriving, living his best life at the Olympics because his owners had the nerve to leave without him. NBC Olympics gave him the slow motion treatment on Instagram, gave him his official race time, gave him the gold medal for being a good boy. The caption was, "Nazgul started the day as just another Italian dog. He'll end it as a Winter Olympics legend." Which is the greatest sentence written in human history, and I will not be taking questions. The owners comment though, they said he's stubborn but very sweet. Stubborn. The man broke out of his house and entered the Olympics uninvited, and the word you're going with is stubborn. Love it. Okay, but dogs weren't the only ones making the news this week with zero fear and maximum confidence. Because in Ellenboro, North Carolina, a pig named Penelope broke into someone's house. Not a metaphor? A pig broke into a house looking for snacks. The Rutherford County Sheriff's Office responded to the call, and the post they put on Facebook about it is a masterpiece of American law enforcement writing. They called Penelope the bacon and entering suspect. Or they said she showed zero fear, maximum confidence, and that her motive seemed to be finding snacks. There was a standoff involving a pack of crackers and what the sheriff's office described as some highly questionable negotiations. They got her, they transported her to animal control, and the post ends with, "Penelope will soon be released back home with no court date required." No court date required. She broke into someone's home. She was apprehended in a standoff, and she walks. Penelope said, "I'm built different." And honestly, at this point, I believe her. Okay, switching gears completely, because I can't not talk about this one. Researchers at the University of Maryland have invented smart underwear that tracks your farts. I'm going to say that again. Smart underwear that tracks your farts. It's a tiny device that snaps onto any underwear and uses electrochemical sensors to measure intestinal gas around the clock. The lead researcher described it as, think of it like a continuous glucose monitor, but for intestinal gas. Sir, I don't know where to start with that sentence. What they found is actually kind of wild though. Healthy adults fart an average of 32 times a day, which is roughly double what doctors previously thought. Some people hit as low as 4, some people hit 59, 59, In one day, you know who you are. And now they're recruiting volunteers. And the categories they created for the volunteers are what got me. They're looking for Zen digesters, people who eat a lot of fiber, but somehow barely fart, and hydrogen hyperproducers, which is just a very polite way to say fart machines. If you're applying to become a hydrogen hyperproducer for science, I respect the commitment. Genuinely, I respect it. All right, nobody is talking about this. And I mean it this time, like actually nobody in America is paying attention to this, and it is genuinely one of the most science fiction things to happen in politics in recent memory. Albania, the country in southeastern Europe, announced last September that it had appointed the world's first AI government minister. Her name is Diella, which means sun in Albanian. She wears traditional national dress, she sits in on parliament, she handles public procurement to fight corruption. She's officially in the cabinet. Wild, right? Wait, it gets weirder. Turns out Diella's face and voice belong to a real living actress named Anila Bisha, a well-known film and theater actor in Albania, who did agree to let the government use her likeness, but only for a public services chatbot on a website, not to be a member of the national cabinet. She found out the same way everyone else did. The Prime Minister announced it publicly. She said, and this is a direct quote, "It was surprising when I heard the Prime Minister declare it. I asked how this could happen without my knowledge, without anyone asking me if I wanted my image to be used or not." She tried contacting the government multiple times, no response. So now she's suing the Prime Minister, suing the Council of Ministers, suing the tech company involved, seeking an injunction to shut Diella down. The government's response was basically, "This lawsuit is nonsense, but sure, see you in court." Think about what this actually is, though. A woman woke up one day and found out she had been appointed to the government without her consent, and that version of her had already been going to work every day for months, making statements, giving punchy comebacks to politicians in parliament, just out there living her AI life, without asking the original person a single time. This is the kind of thing that gets discussed in philosophy classes in 30 years. And it happened last September, and most people haven't even heard of it. There's a pickleball record I need to mention too, I'm sorry. Two guys from Grand Rapids, Michigan, Brad Haverkamp and Caleb Dang, just got certified by Guinness for playing singles pickleball for 28 consecutive hours. 5-minute break every hour. That's it. They played pickleball for 28 straight hours. One of them said, and I feel this in my bones, "I think at a certain point, your brain just shuts off and you're on autopilot. I might as well have blacked out for the middle 20 hours. That's not a sports story. That's a dissociation story, with a Guinness certificate at the end of it. Good for them, actually. And look, I have to come back to Nazgul one more time, because we need to do the comment that broke the internet. When NBC Olympics posted that video of the dog at the finish line, slow-mo, golden hour, the whole thing, someone in the comments wrote, "You crossed the finish line, one of the greatest achievements you could ever hope for as an athlete. And the moment is absolutely stolen by a dog that just was out for a stroll." Which is just perfect. It's perfect because it's not mean, it's not trying to be funny, it's just the truth stated plainly about a dog at the Olympics who had no idea what was happening and had the best day of his life. Thousands of athletes trained for years for that race, and the crowd's biggest cheer went to a 2-year-old wolfdog named after a Lord of the Rings villain who just didn't want his family to go without him. I don't know. Maybe that's the whole episode right there. A pig with maximum confidence. An actress who found out she'd been a government minister for months, scientists tracking farts with underwear, 2 guys in Michigan blacking out at pickleball, and a dog who loved his owners so much. He ran into the Olympics to find them. That's the world today. February 21st, it's a lot, but it's something.